Have you ever done something kind like sharing your snack or helping a friend, and then later the very same day said something you wish you could scoop back up and hide in your pocket forever, making you wonder, wait, am I a good person, or did I just mess that up completely? Or maybe you've tried really hard to do the right thing, promising yourself you'd be patient, honest, and calm, only to accidentally shout, forget, or make a mistake so obvious it felt like a giant neon sign flashing, "Oops," right above your head. These moments can feel confusing, heavy, and a little wobbly, especially when your brain starts asking a big question that philosophers have wondered about for thousands of years. Can someone be good and still make mistakes? Or do mistakes mean you're secretly not good at all? Some people imagine good as something perfect and shiny, like a spotless trophy locked safely in a glass case, never dropped, never scratched, never smudged by sticky fingers. But real life is much messier than that, and real people are definitely not trophies. Philosophers often say that being good isn't about never making mistakes, because if that were true, there would be exactly zero good people on Earth, and the planet would be very quiet, very awkward, and extremely empty. Instead, they suggest that being good is more like trying to walk along a winding path where sometimes you step carefully, sometimes you trip over a rock, and sometimes you fall flat on your face and lie there thinking, wow, gravity really got me today. Making mistakes doesn't mean you are bad. It means you are human, learning how to live in a world filled with other humans who are also learning, bumping into each other, and occasionally stepping on toes, sometimes literally. Some thinkers believe that goodness lives in your intentions, what you try to do, what you care about, and what your heart is aiming for. Even when your actions don't land perfectly and things come out sideways like a pancake flipped too early. Others say goodness shows up in what you do after a mistake, like whether you stop, notice, apologize, fix what you can, and try again instead of pretending nothing happened and quietly scooting the broken pieces under the rug. That means a mistake isn't the end of goodness. It's actually one of the places where goodness can grow, stretch, and become stronger, kind of like a muscle that only gets bigger when it's challenged. Think about learning to ride a bike. Falling off doesn't mean you're bad at biking, it means you're becoming someone who can bike with scraped knees, wobbly balance, and a growing sense of courage. In the same way, making mistakes while trying to be kind, fair, or honest doesn't cancel out your goodness. It shows that you're practicing, adjusting, and slowly figuring out how to be the kind of person you want to be. Some philosophers even say that mistakes are teachers in disguise, wearing very unhelpful costumes, because they feel uncomfortable at first, but later you realize they taught you something important about yourself and the world. Your brain also plays a role here, because it's still growing, still learning how to pause, think, and choose, which means sometimes it hits the react button before the think button, and that's part of growing up. Feeling guilty or disappointed after a mistake isn't proof that you're bad at, as actually a sign that you care, that you notice when something feels wrong, and that little signal is part of what helps guide you toward being better next time. Being good doesn't mean being perfect. It means being honest about your mistakes, brave enough to face them, and kind enough to yourself to keep trying instead of giving up. Some thinkers describe goodness as a compass rather than a rulebook, pointing you in a direction even when the path is foggy, bumpy, or full of unexpected puddles that soak your socks. You can be kind and still get angry. You can be honest and still mess up. You can be thoughtful and still forget. You can be good and still make mistakes. What matters most is not never falling, but getting back up, learning something new, and choosing again, even when it's hard, awkward, or a little embarrassing. So the big question, can you be good and still make mistakes? Doesn't end with a worried shrug, it ends with a warm, hopeful yes. Because goodness isn't about being flawless, it's about growing, caring, and trying again with a wiser heart. Next time you make a mistake, feel that sinking feeling in your chest. Take a deep breath and remind yourself, I can learn from this, because mistakes are not the opposite of being good, they are part of how goodness is built. You are not defined by your worst moment. You are shaped by how you respond to it. You are growing, learning, and becoming better with every try. And that means you can absolutely be good wonderfully, imperfectly, humanly good while still making mistakes along the way.